Welcome to Honest Review YouTube channel. President Trump says the FBI seized his passport during their raid on mar-a-lago, saying they stole my 3 passports along with everything else. This is an assault on a political opponent at a level never seen before in our country. Do they think former President Trump is a flight risk? Where is he going to flee to? His plan has his name written on the side in a giant gold letters. Sources are also telling that FBI sees records that are covered by attorney-client privilege and executive privilege. If you want to know how this could possibly happen to a former president, all you have to do is look at the language used in the warrant. It was specifically overly broad. It gave the feds the power to rifle through every inch of the mansion, Trump's safe, the master bedroom, even Melania's clothes, despite knowing exactly where the documents were located. This was not by the book. He said so himself. The department does not take such decisions lightly. Where possible, it is standard practice to seek less interviewed means as alternative to a search and to narrowly scope and search that is undertaken. So in the eyes of the DOJ, Trump is below the law. He says it's standard practice to be less intrusive. There is nothing more intrusive than having 30 agents in your home for 9 hours. Obviously was not narrow in scope. They turned his mansion upside down, raided his wife's closet. This was calculated. They were looking for fruits of a crime that gives the FBI access to anything and everything in Trump's home. Who have never had a drink of alcohol? He has never smoked a cigarette and he has never been convicted of a crime. But to the Democrats and the DOJ, Trump is Chapo. So they threw out the rule book. This is not the first time. It's a system takedown that's been going on since Trump came down the golden escalator. If you paid attention, you have lost path in the FBI. People part of the machine. Why do you think everybody is getting the same treatment? Do you remember from Peter St. Ozog, former FBI agent, told co-worker they could stop Trump becoming president? He was part of the investigation that let Clinton off the hook for the emails and also worked for Mueller on the puny Russia conclusion problem. He says the FBI is playing fair and square. Absolutely, the major public should trust what the FBI is doing. It's not that the FBI is targeting any one side or the other. What you see is the FBI going out on a day in day out basis, objectively investigation, allegation of law. And the media is covering for the FBI too. They say if you call this raid unjust, you are putting FBI lives in dangers. This behavior is treasonous. These Republicans and others are creating an environment of political violence. They are putting Americans at risk, not only FBI agents, but any American or anybody really who is seen as the target of the far right. The noisiest voices on the right were calling for everything from the abolishment of the FBI to civil war. That's not coming from the same people who spent the last decade covering for violent rioters who burn down our cities every time there is an officer involved shooting. They have told us all about the criminal justice systems and how it was systematic and broken. Now that the highest level of American law enforcement are targeting Trump all of a sudden, the feds are the good says. It's funny how quickly things change. They never cared about equal justice. They just want to see their political enemies taken down by any means necessary. Kamala bailed out a reporter who went on to murder someone, but Republicans are dangerous because they don't think a president's home should be raided over paperwork. We are going into uncharted territory here. When Obama was president, Republicans had the Congress. We didn't subpoena him over every time we had a disagreement or they didn't work with us. There were norms and standards. Those have been completely shattered. This is how superpower devolved into third world state and banana republics. Republicans take back the House and Senate in November. Will they use the justice system as their weapon against Democrats? Or will they clean house and restore country back normal and pride? Hi, thanks for watching. If you want getting US updates upcoming, then please subscribe our channel.